Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays the Binding of Isaac. AFTERBIRTH Plus, we're going to be doing a daily today. It's Judas. Let me get the Greedbutt page open here. We did okay yesterday, but not excellently, but enough to maybe move my average slightly down. We are 64th on the leaderboard, 4.07 percentile average. Yesterday, 2.36 percentile, rank of 267th. Not that bad, we just missed our seam. Today's run goes to Shoal as Judas. Started up here, which means that we need to go to Delirium. That's the ideal outcome for this run. I like being Judas. As long as we can get maybe a Spirit Heart in the first few floors here, we shouldn't be in too big of a problem. And honestly, a run that goes to Shoal is exactly what the doctor ordered right now. Let's put it that way. We've had a couple of runs where there have been... Ooh, that's 5 cents. So now we are capable, if we get one key, of making our play for a Spirit Heart, probably. But we've had a couple of runs recently, in a row, unfortunately, where we've been trying to find seams and they just do not exist for whatever reason. So, careful. I'm hopeful this run will flip the script on that. We're going to keep shooting these just for now. There's a chance we get a Spirit Heart in them, which could save our daily, not to be over dramatic. And that is like a ton of money. We probably will still get, we definitely will still get, as long as that room has combat, a Book of Belial charge before our boss fight, which is important only because some bosses can kill us in one hit. So the faster we can kill them, the better. But there's bombs. My goal, my dream, is that these bombs... I thought there was a tinted rock. Maybe it's in this room. These bombs allow us to basically win the game. 2 Spirit Hearts. Now we just got 1. It really, like, I don't want to act like we're going to win just because of the single Spirit Heart that's shown up, but seriously, Judas is so good that really the only thing that can screw you is not getting momentum early-ish on the run. So I'm hopeful that this guy's going to give us keys. If he gives us keys, we'll go to the shop and see what we can get. And then if there's a Spirit Heart in there, I think we can go to the Curse Room. We may still go to the Curse Room, but I might not recommend it. No, you know what? I hate to do this, but let's just be safe for now. The Curse Room is extremely tempting, don't get me wrong, but with no way to access our shop or item room, I have to just say no to it for now. Because I'm basically a little anxious that things could go terribly, terribly wrong here. But this is the floor where things could change in that department, so I ain't sweating it at all here. Honestly, I thought we played well yesterday. I was talking to Sinvicta about the daily, and he was like, yeah, you know, you beat me on the daily, but I chose not to take the shovel just because I didn't want to. And I was like, you found a fucking shovel on your run and you didn't take it? Like, this dude, he didn't know the keys to the kingdom that he'd been given. Or he did know, but he doesn't care as much about daily ranking, which is also fair. But suffice it to say, I'm pretty sure that most of the people who beat us probably did end up finding a seam. Yeah, at least it's not anything worse than retrovision, like a speed downgrade or something like that. We will check our shop quickly. Shop has Mama Mega, which is almost tempting to take just to ensure that we'll be able to make boss rush, but I don't think we need to. Maybe we're better off saving our money. Make sure you take all this. So we got 2 luck upgrades. Definitely, like, the best shop in the game. Let's go see what we get in here. Dude, this double monstro fight is pissing me off. We've had this on, like, I don't know how many dailies in a row we've had this on, but certainly, like, a lot of the episodes I've recorded recently have started with this double monstro fight. We're lucky that we have Book of Belial, and, you know, our damage is obviously exceptional, but Binky's at least 1 Spirit Heart and a nice Tears upgrade. Okay, obviously you have to take something here, and the easy play is you take Contract from Below. There's a couple of ways you could do this. One is take Belial Tears, go down to half heart, take this, and then you'll have 1 black heart. But I think I'm just going to ignore them both. I don't think we need them. I think taking them would actually be deleterious. So let's leave ourselves like a little bit of HP to survive on and go explore the rest of this floor, hoping for more bombs to show up, to be honest with you. So again, I think it's just one of the many situations in Isaac. You go through like a learning process, and I think this happens in life as well, you know? One of my least favorite phrases, although I loved it when I was like 18. That's not to say that you're stupid if you follow it. I know many of my colleagues follow this advice, and I love them to death. Not to, that sounds menacing, but I love them to death. One of my least favorite phrases is work smart, not hard. At its core, it's a beautiful phrase. It means, you know, instead of just, you know, pumping in hours, analyze where your effort is best served disproportionately and then focus on that. You know, I get that, but it's been, you know, perverted to be like, you know, be lazy and be rewarded for it, which is not necessarily even a bad thing in and of itself. However, I much prefer work smart and hard. Not that I necessarily do either, as evidenced by my progression in Hollow Knight. Either way, I think that it would have been a very clever and simultaneously stupid decision. Like, we came up with a very clever way to be stupid if we had actually gone and picked up every single item in there. Sure, our damage would have been better, at least on rooms where there's multiple enemies, but I still don't like it. I don't think it's a good play. I am going to take damage. Okay, that's actually fine because we were going to take damage on the way in anyway, but obviously I feel a little silly about taking damage against a single fly. Hopefully that damage is not treated differently by the score, but in the end it probably doesn't matter either way. So we're way ahead of schedule. It becomes a question now, do you want to use Mama Mega? Probably get access to all that money in there. Or do you want to get nothing? I think the answer is in between. I think I want to get a key. And you know what? I think I do want to buy a bomb as well. And the whole reason for that is this bomb might give us the nickel and a second secret room. It just gave us the second secret room. The second secret room gave us full health and puberty. Not horrible, but not great. Anyway, I think there is a couple of different, you know, Gwyneth Paltrow style sliding doors outcomes you could have had in that situation. One of them is what happened to us. Another one is you buy Mama Mega and carry it, guaranteeing yourself access to Boss Rush. And another one is you buy Mama Mega, use it immediately, get Secret Room, probably second Secret Room, and maybe access to all that money as well. Like, it could have paid for itself, but I wasn't 100% confident in it, so I kind of played like Occam's Razor style here, you know? And again, that ties into, you know, I think there's value in just getting the work done. There's no shame in just having solid dailies where you play well, even if you're not necessarily being super clever. And I know that sounds unglamorous or even anti-NL. It's not the case. Go back, watch some of these dailies. I'll re-roll my whole run. I'll take, you know, restock, Steam sale. I did forget to take Dull Razor on the Samson run, but I was vindicated because I came in like 15th. But as soon as I finished that daily, I was like, wait a minute, did I forget Dull Razor on a Samson run? The answer to that question was a sad yes. It still worked, but rest assured, I thought I was an idiot for that one. Oh, of course. Now you got to put your money where your mouth is, right? Well, the thing is... Paralysis. Okay. The thing is, the D100 is awesome. But you gotta play your cards right. I've been, like, kind of on the fence about the D100. Not even... it was really bad. Not even recently, but, like, you know, over the past 6 months or so. Great item. Maybe a little overused. And almost, although it sounds convenient right now, almost too good. Because it guarantees you success, but... I worry about its effect on things like deals with the devil. But let's, we're gonna backtrack on this floor. We're way ahead of schedule. Let's try to make things happen here. The thing is, we got such a good selection of items right now, it's hard to justify re-rolling Contract from Below when it's such a good daily item. So I think we'll probably ignore it, and I just throw myself on the mercy of the court, because I understand that it is a well-liked item. Hermit card, perks. Probably you just use the Hermit card right now. And that is so good. We're gonna have more bosses than item rooms, so I think you start with there's options. And then, let's go find our secret rooms, which are potentially here. Nice. Okay, and not interested, but I'll tell you what. Blow it up anyway. I think we might want Faded Polaroid, I don't know. Other secret room was adjacent to us as well, which is extremely Good for business. Infested. We're at 4 cents. I do want to hit 5 just in case. You know, an arcade would be nice. And then... Wait, we have bombs? Okay, we got to go back. If only it was the D6 instead of the D100. It's a no-brainer decision, but I stand by this. Despite the fact that it makes me sound like a boring old man. This is the right play here. Let the Zane come to you on this daily. Let the Zane come to you. So sack of sacks, hit the sacks. Been so long, I'm glad to be back. Maggie's Faith is also a much better trinket than anything we've been dealing with so far, so we're definitely gonna, you know, grab that. We want to get sack of sacks before the room ends, just in case we get a sack for finishing. And an Awaz rune is not what we're looking for out of sack of sacks. We're just really hoping to pick up as many consumables as they'll let me have. Certainly, I think... On a daily, you gotta look at it from this... You gotta understand, okay? And I'm not trying to be a baby back bitch about it, but you gotta understand. After these, like, literally 15 minutes after I complete this daily and the scores get archived by Greedbutt, I'm gonna get tweets from people. Those people haven't seen the run yet. They don't know the nuance. They don't know, oh, NL, you did something great on this run, but, you know, your score says you're in 1100th place. They just see 1100th place and go, LOL, I beat you. You know, this is a pride in the name of love by you two sort of situation right here. I gotta look out for number 1 on these dailies, and if we've got a run that's a 5 out of 10 daily run, give me the D100. Because next time it'll reroll to a 3, then it'll be a 6, then it'll be a 10, you know? But we got a 9 right now. It might take us, like... you know, 20 rerolls to get to that 10 if we ever hit it at all. And I actually think that we've got that Zane potential built in here. I hope that we got that Zane potential built in, because if you can get the Zane and a little break and also take almost no damage on a run, baby, you got a stew for a good video going. And I think we're stewing right now in a good way. Stewing usually has negative connotations. You know, you're stewing in your own rage or something like that. I think stew should always have positive connotations. I love stew. It's one of my favorite liquid-based meals. I would put it over soup most of the time. What's the difference? I mean, I couldn't tell you a dictionary definition. All I can say is I know it when I see it. So we should definitely have used Book of Belial. We probably should still use Book of Belial, but, you know, the longer it goes on, the less incentivized we are. And although we're ahead of schedule... I would say we're ahead of schedule just barely. So, don't get too precious with your time here. You know, we should be efficient. We got 5.98 damage, which is good, but nothing to necessarily be crazy excited about as Judas. The Book of Belial upgrade is very nice for dealing with bosses, but unreliable for... obviously dealing with regular enemies here. World card's important. You know, we can use that to kind of tailor the rest of our run. And now we know where our secret room is as well, so we don't have to waste any bombs. So, go peep this. Got a key for the cost of 2 keys. I would say that's probably just about the worst deal in the history of ever. This is actually a weird room to pop Book of Belial on. Yeah. I've created a situation. It's a little... cumbersome here, but anyway, any other enemy still alive here should die in like 1 to 2 hits. And in fact, I'm looking at this now and I'm like, maybe we should book it. I would like to go to the curse room. Our guppy odds are pretty low, but I feel like the curse room is sensible damage. I also feel like we may want to go to the shop, so we'll go peep that. And if we're gonna go to the shop, we're already like all the way down here. Maybe we might as well just go the whole fucking 9 yards, right? And go the whole way, but that's kind of banking on, oh, that was close. It's kind of banking on getting like an Emperor card or something in the future. This run is good though, don't get me wrong. Taking very little stupid damage. You know, less than 1 hit per floor. If only we'd been slightly faster there, we might have been able to make it, but... no skin off my scrote, or at least not that much skin off my scrote. Okay, so we're basically the luckiest individual of all time to have not been hit there. Please give me greed. World card. Okay, world card for the next floor for sure. World card for our next floor. Death for my greed. Fine. I don't know anything about Toby Keith. Anyway, there's Steam Sale. I like it. Double health up. Not bad in the least. So go peep this world card and then get the hell out of Dodge, honestly. Because we are, at the present moment, perhaps a little bit behind schedule, but not by much. And that 2 HP gives us a great bead on Deal with the Devil chances on this floor. Because we don't have to pay 3 Spirit Hearts. Instead, we can pay 1 Red Heart. What is 1 Red Heart worth to me? Approximately fudge all right now. So getting this is going to be, hopefully just the equivalent of free Devil deals. Get a health downgrade. You're gonna think this is weird, but I think if you've played a lot of Isaac, you're gonna understand, especially dailies, you're gonna understand where I'm coming from when I get rid of a health down pill, which could be a health up pill, to take the world card. Boss Rush is so disproportionately valuable that there's no, like, actually no debate in my mind about that. 1 Red Heart is almost meaningless if we're gonna live regardless. The world card means everything. So, dude, draw Mega, I hate you. Not a great floor for us. No Deal with the Devil. Straight up, you take Caffeine Pill. Sure, down to the next floor. This is actually still totally fine. About a minute behind schedule. Time to get back in gear here. Pop this world card, see where you're going. You gotta go to the library. The library at this point might as well be like, you know, here's 2020. I know Bookworm's not exactly 2020, but allow me to bask in this moment a little bit, if you will. Unfortunately, it does mean doing a lot of walking. 2 Spirit Hearts. Don't mind if I do. Fortunately, also, apparently every single enemy on this floor is bony. That sucks. So, do you see my game plan here? My game plan here... Yes! No. We got this. We got this. Don't take too long, but... We got this. Wait. Do we want Satanic Bible instead of Book of Belial? Probably, right? Well, we gotta take damage either way. Might as well just grab that and go. So we got Bookworm. Took a lot of damage. That's okay. We got Satanic Bible. We're essentially unkillable. Battery charges actually mean something to us now. But here is where you actually fucking book it. And obviously, like, we took some damage there. Not everybody's gonna make that decision, but I'm hopeful that Satanic Bible plus Bookworm gives us the easy choice there. Also, we're gonna take, like, every Deal with the Devil, because we, have Curse of the Blind, and we have HP. So, see you later. 2 bombs beats 1 key to get into the secret room for one very obvious reason alone, and that reason is because it gives us the exploration bonus. That should not be allowed to happen, dude. If you have to step on a button, I guess we didn't have to step on it, but still, if you're stepping on a button to get a result, you shouldn't be able to spawn an enemy on top of the button. Part of that is just salt because I've taken damage on this floor, but most of the damage that we took on this floor is a result of that library. So, you know, calculated risk, let's say. Magic Fingers kind of sucks. The candle, I mean, it doesn't suck, but it's not what we're looking for. In the interest of expediting things, let's pop this pretty quick. We're not that far behind schedule. Moon card, moon card. How do you use the moon card effectively? If you ever have to backtrack on the next floor, you pop that moon card in about, you know, 0.fuck all seconds. Get the hell out of there as quickly as you can. Unless we get a better card. And honestly, the Hermit might be better here. So, we know we're getting Cube of Meat. That's because of our Book of Revelations play earlier. We are sacrificing our time because of the Book of Belial loss. Now, this is a situation in which I actually feel like we're at a disproportionate disadvantage due to my own play, to be honest with you. Like, we're going to be slower than average because I spent way too much time doing things. You know what? Maybe... No, we still want Cube of Meat. It allows us to kill Mom quickly, so take the left item. Krampus is not what I was hoping to fight here. But Lump of Coal is good. And that is what we got. Okay, so we gotta actually book it. 2 minutes is not a lot of time. If we get into the mom fight with like 15 seconds, we'll probably be able to make it happen, but it'll be tight. So I think you start with the Hermit card in the hopes of making it easier on you. Stopwatch really helps us out on Hush, so I think that's a no-brainer. This feels like it's going to be a dead end either way, and it is the boss fight. So we do have time to explore. Now, do you go to the item room, or do you do something crazy like play Demon Judgment? We're not really looking for Spun, although I wouldn't, you know, kick it out of bed for eating crackers. You know what? We should actually just go fight Mom, because we have this Hermit card regardless. It's important. Ooh, I don't like when that happens. 15 seconds might have been a little much, but still. We have the Hermit card so we can teleport out, get to our item room anyway. Do we want the Polaroid or do we want the negative? It doesn't matter because we're not going down. They might only give us one choice. They gave us two, so we definitely take Polaroid because it's just better. And then we get Guppy. Then we get Guppy. We get Guppy in here. We did not get Guppy. Okay. But Boss Rush. Oh, now that's the ticket. 10 bombs. Now we're talking. So I hope you've had a good morning, afternoon, night so far. But if it hasn't been your day or week or month or even your year, I'll be there for you. And by there, I mean I'll be in this boss trap room, which is actually a boss rush room for you forever. I will be on this room until the day I die. Because this is going to take us 1 million Earth years. Now, I know I said we would use our Hermit card, teleport out of here, and, you know, hopefully, I mean, not immediately, because we want the bonus for having completed the room, but, you know, go to our item room, etc., etc. I'd still like to do that. I don't know if it's actually going to be plausible. And the reason is very simple. We still need to make the Hush fight, so we're looking for good cards. Like, Hermit is not a good card for us, and Hermit is not a good card for us. I mean, having one is great. Having more than one is completely irrelevant. And Stopwatch is lovely, don't get me wrong. But we need to make the Hush fight, so we'll make whatever sacrifices are necessary to get to that Hush fight. Except for teleporting out of Boss Rush. Because Boss Rush, we're already inside, it's a guarantee. We need to complete this. And after we complete this, then we'll talk about maybe getting through this floor as quickly as possible. So I'm waiting for Sack of Sacks to pay out with like a devil card or something like that. On the bright side, it should be very difficult for us to take more damage unless we stand where an enemy spawns, which is probably the most dangerous time for an enemy. Okay, easy money. Temperance. I don't think it's worth popping. I'll probably bump into it. I don't really care about losing our Eternal Heart at all. Okay, watch out for the... Yep. Just about to say. You gotta watch out for the red poop, dude. I can't... You're making it inconceivable for me to get in there. And I don't respect that, to be honest with you. It's very unfair what you're trying to do to me here. There you go. So we have to watch out for the laser beam. You could try to use Cube of Meat to deal some more damage, but... I think, like, if we can get out of here by 26 minutes, that's not good, but it's at least somewhat encouraging. It's gonna take us a while, but again, unless... I mean, I don't think we missed a deal with the devil. If anything, we should have gotten, like, extra deal with the devil chances thanks to the fact that we had Sack of Sacks, which should give us a better chance. Oh, did the game crash? Hello? Just be cool. Just be cool. There we go. Should give us a better chance at, like, devils thanks to, or a better chance at devil deals thanks to, like, Joker cards just spontaneously showing up, so. Hermit card. Dude! Three of our last 4 cards being Hermit. I'm not suggesting the random number generator is broken. I'm suggesting maybe you could fuck off for a second and give me like a Devil or Empress card. Just throwing that out there. Or if you're gonna give me a teleport card, at least give me the fucking Emperor, right? Like, Or stars, for that matter, in case I actually did want to go to the item room on this floor, which is now inconceivable. Now, we have left a seam open for other better players to pass us. There's always going to be seams. Get out of jail free. Tower. Temperance. God damn, dude. The question is, you know, where those seams show up and how much expected value you can actually get out of them. Our seam right now is we might have left behind an awesome item room. We should be using this on the regular, by the way. So get out of jail free should allow us to make the hush fight no matter what. But despite the myriad hours I've played Isaac, I don't really want to test that theory 100%. This is making a pretty good case for sticking with Book of Belial, by the way. There is an enemy left? Let me guess. I was gonna say, he's gotta be stuck on the other rock. Just about the only thing that makes sense in this mixed up fucking world. Okay, grab this, grab this. I will say, though, get out of jail free. It's gotta be the card you hold. Hello? Hello, hello. Can I ask why, though? Could you please elevate above the soil? If you don't, I must teleport. I guess we'll just stand still. Wait for this guy to hit us. I guess, you know, honestly, let's be nice to the game. I blame Stopwatch for this. Only for this enemy. Stopwatch otherwise is an innocent item. It's a lovely item for us. Was it a bad idea to do boss rush? No, absolutely not. You know, for the very limited time. Yeah, that was bad, but somehow we didn't get screwed for it. For the very limited time penalty that we've got here, and what have we taken, like 2-3 hits? Not very bad for boss rush, all things considered. We're still making time. Or we're making points. It's economical for us to be here. But if we lose out on the hush fight as a result of doing this, then we're gonna have to have a conversation. To be honest, I actually, like, highly blame the world's worst deal with the devil, which gave us, if I recall, 5 red chests, none of which had any value whatsoever associated with them. Could you... Thank you. So 26 minutes might have been a, an unlikely and surprisingly optimistic projection. We've been in here for like 7 minutes now. Mostly, if I'm mad at anything, I'm mad at the fucking cards, dude. Look at all the cards on the ground. How many of them have I sawn fit? It's not a real word. How many of them have I seen fit to actually use? Like none! None of them, dude! I have faith if I ever had faith, though. That we're gonna be able to get to this fucking hush fight. I'll tell you one thing. As much as I might seem like I've been negative in Isaac episodes recently, I'm very much on this game's side. I love it. It's probably, like, actually my favorite game of all time. What about Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time? Look, different people got different loves, okay? I guess we'll take sulfuric acid. Okay. I guess we'll take sulfuric acid tears. But you're fucking us in the butt on these dailies, dude. You need, like, to after, like, look at the opinion on a daily. And if people are like, that's the worst daily I've ever seen, throw them a bone the next day, you know, give them a nice one. This one is actually fine, although I'm a couple thousand points below where I normally am on this floor. I chalk a lot of that up to the relatively snailish pace that we made it through Boss Rush, and I think that's entirely fair, plus a little bit of shitty damage, but really, like... And also, to not deflect blame 100%, I did say take Satanic Bible over Book of Belial, and I chose not to take the D100 to a logical conclusion. But all of these are relatively reasonable decisions. This is where it actually becomes... And I respect this about the game, but this is where this daily becomes a little bit about your Isaac knowledge, like book smarts, and I have a deficiency there I would not dispute. Can we afford to take a little extra damage, or is there a reason to take a little extra damage using our orbital, which is by its very nature going to force me to be more aggressive and, you know, up in an enemy's face, you big disgrace, waving your ball of bandages all over the place. Is that the only way for us to get to the Hush fight, or is Get Out of Jail Free actually going to do it for us? It's a card that shows up so rarely that, to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure. I would get rid of Get Out of Jail Free if we found the boss fight quickly and got an Emperor card, which I think is plausible, although growing less plausible as a course of action by the second. Like, almost all of our hopes and dreams now do seem to hinge on actually making this Get Out of Jail Free card work, which it should. Admittedly. You know we're gonna get an Emperor card, like, right at the very end of this floor. Okay, well, there's no debate about it now. We're not going to make the Hush fight unless this card works the way I think it does. And I'm like 75-25. That might seem very confident, but in science, you know, the confidence interval is usually 95-5 to say that something is, you know, with at least some certainty something is happening because of something else. So, I mean, I'm not a scientist. I'm just saying I know what 75% confidence really means. It means that 1 out of every 4 times your ass is going to be super wrong. You know, it's not bad if you're just trying to get your degree, but it's pretty bad if you're a surgeon. Either way. Oh, that was actually extremely close. Really, the problem is, and it's surprising given how quickly this run started and how well this run started, but the problem right now is DPS. And it's a problem mostly because of the loss of Book of Belial, I think. But also, like, having a good deal with the devil wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Try not to amp up the damage penalty too much, though. Because really, at this point, the number one thing that can hurt me is my own impatience. I mean, and enemies. Enemies can also hurt me, but mostly my own impatience. Because if you're in for a penny on this one, you're in for a pound. Get Out of Jail either works or it doesn't. Your score is going to largely depend... well, within your control, the only thing your score depends on is whether or not you take, like, 1,000,000 damage on the way there. Sweet. DPS. Actually very valuable. Justice card. So the other thing that could ruin your run, and it wouldn't surprise me if I did this, but now hopefully I've nipped it in the bud, is forgetting to carry this Get Out of Jail Free card, which would also be extremely bad for business. So we're up to 8.4 damage. That's far from insignificant. Although I'm still, you know, even with Bookworm, I'm like, it could be a little better. So don't forget this card. And keep getting the consumables because, you know, we do have Steam sale, but what's, you know, what's the number of items we could pick up right now? Well, we could get 9 items. 9 times 7, 63. We don't have restocker. This is madness. We have gotten every single one of these books already. No, wait. We have not. We've gotten almost every book in the game now, though. So I don't want to waste keys to get those, because it's just points down the drain. But there is an exception. If I can get, you know what? Let's fight the boss. If I can get the ability to fly, for one, I'm in. And if I can get a per throw, pick them all up, reroll them. We got no concerns there. That could be 5 extra items for us. I don't know. I haven't seen a per throw on like the whole run so far, so it's not like we wasted one. Although, I suppose if you had the D100, all of a sudden now you're talking. Maybe the D100, maybe this was supposed to be my reawakening for the D100, you know? Fall in love with that item all over again. Pop, get out of... Well, don't pop it yet. Go in here. Yes, obviously. It's a great item. Yes, obviously. I'm going to take that over Satanic Bible, but we'll use our charges if we got them. Nope. Okay, so I need the flies. Now use get out of jail free. Nope. Fuck. Well, what comes next? Well, now you get very sad because we know today's daily is not going to be a good rating. And I blame myself. Should have taken the D100. In hindsight, if I could go back in time and tell you what to do on today's run, I would tell you to take the D100. Tammy's head is going to be much better for us, I think. But they're both good. I would tell you to take the D100, and I would tell you to take the D100 because Boss Rush is going to fuck you if you don't. So, take the D100, reroll your run into like some kind of crazy Brimstone Epic Fetus combination, and honestly, run buck wild. But probably that message is not being sent back through time, except on some sort of metaphysical level I can't conceivably comprehend, so we're all in this shit together. I did see some 50,000 scores on the leaderboard today. We're not going to be at 50,000. Now, we do still have a little hope. And the hope now comes down to a self-sacrifice room, which is where you do not want to be. That was very bad damage. We really, actually cannot afford to take damage. Not just for the damage penalty, but if there's a self-sacrifice room, you're only getting in there and getting to the bonus floor if you haven't taken ridiculous damage. So I actually think today's daily is going to be, despite playing relatively well on camera, the decisions that we made, sadly, or at least the speed at which we made them, is probably going to screw us a little bit today. I don't think it's an easy daily to rank super well on, but certainly I think, in my opinion, you know, without knowing more about the daily, I think that it is probably a situation where if you took the D100, you're probably in a great spot. Or a better spot. You know what? Fuck the damage penalty. Let's peep this. Infested. Perks. Pheromones. I mean, they're all at least decent, but... yeah. I mean, I'm a little disappointed. I can't hide the disappointment in my voice. Because it was all going really well. The problems only manifested themselves once we got to the boss rush, and it became clear, like, this boss rush is going to take way too long. And honestly, at the time in which we left boss rush, it was probably not conceivable for us to get to the Hush fight, but, I mean, a single Emperor card could have helped out there. Not that I'm bitter, more than a little, at least. When I hear that old song they used to play. Let's get out of here. Of course, you know, the more rooms we go to without finding a self-sacrifice room, the more my hope dwindles. But I'm hopeful we'll be top 500 today. Per throw. Which we could have oh, okay, that's, yeah, obviously my bad. I'm hopeful we'll still be top 500. Because I think it's not like we had an obvious access to the Hush fight that we missed. I think. It would be very ironic. I mean, you record enough Isaac runs, you know, the shit's gonna happen to you eventually where, like, you know, you say something like that, but the irony is, of course, actually you did miss a very obvious opportunity. This was actually, like, our last chance here, although there's one last remaining room. Because we don't have mapping, we have no knowledge yet whether it's a self-sacrifice room. It could be, it probably is not. That's actually quite nice. Let's go peep that before we finish this run. But suffice it to say, you know, I'm offering my apologies here. But I am a little bummed out as well by the way this one went. Just give me one that goes straight to Shoal, not straight to Shoal, straight to, excuse me. Straight to the Lamp Fighter. Give me one that goes to Blue Baby. Like, I can handle it. Give me a Mega Satan play. Stop making me look for seams. At least all in a row. Stop making me look for seams. Because we're gonna be like 20,000 below the top leaderboard scores today, which is a bad look. And this is, you know, we had an impressive run of form recently. This is also an impressive run of form, although unfortunately for all the wrong reasons. So, again, life goes on, but fuck, dude. Work with me a little bit here. Anyway, we're gonna finish this off. Not gonna hold escape and lose this run. The primary purpose of this is so I can share my crossword puzzle with you guys. And I'm happy that so many of you continue to watch it. I'm hopeful that you did a little better than me here today, to be honest with you. Unless you're ahead of me on the leaderboards, in which case, I hope you fucked this one up miserably, to be honest. That's not true. Anything that adds a net joy to planet Earth today is cool with me. And if my misery adds a little bit of a net joy to planet Earth, then that's fine. This is like, on the scale of personal anguish, where like 100 is I can't get out of bed, and like a 1 is I ordered, you know, a sandwich for lunch and they put the wrong meat on it. This is like actually a 0.5. It's not even as bad as the sandwich thing. Yeah, that's a totally shitty score. Thanks for watching. Oh well, life goes on. We'll be back to hopefully do better tomorrow. I can't blame today's daily as much as I blame myself. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, click the like button. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future. If you enjoyed the episode, I'm just joking at this point. Again, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Best of luck.